coming up on this exciting episode of the Angrygeeks Show.
Dingleberry!
Comic books stacked, games on the screen, talking about the heroes and the ones in between. From Gotham to the stars, through the multiverse they go. It's nerd life loud on the Angrygeeks Show. They're angry, they're geeky, they're breaking it down. From cosplay queens to legends in town. Grab your popcorn, let your fandom flow. It's time to tune in to the Angrygeeks Show. Superman debates, Boba Fett's jetpack. Marvel versus DC, no holding back. Con floor interviews, hot takes they throw. They'll nerd out with you on the Angrygeeks Show. They're angry, they're geeky, they're breaking it down. Legends, creators, the best all around. Grab your Funko, your lightsaber glow. It's time to tune in to the Angrygeeks Show. From horror flicks to retro toys, geek girls, geek guys making all the noise. With passion and heart, they're running the game. If you're part of the tribe, you're part of the flame. They're angry, they're geeky, they're breaking it down. Fandom united in every town. Con to con, let the good vibes grow. All hail the kingdom of the Angrygeeks Show.
Hey, the Tower of Power too sweet to be sour. It's I'm the King of Bling, and this is the one that loves to sing, the one and only Sophia Cormier, and I'm Louis
ding-a-ling.
Perry. What? Yeah, the ding. What?
You said wing, and I was trying to rhyme.
Oh, you're. I had a great weekend. Hey, we got viewers coming in already. We got a great guest in the back. How was your weekend, kid?
So much fun.
Really?
All the fun. Eee.
Yeah. You went on a field trip.
I did go on a field trip. I went to a con convention.
Oh, good. You buy me a gift?
Not this time.
I bought you a gift this weekend.
You did?
Yeah.
Is it a swift kick to the jawbone?
No.
just
I bought you. What did I buy you? I bought you a Superman cup.
No, you didn't. That thing's expensive.
I bought you this.
Wait.
I did.
What? Did you? Did you really?
Yes. Yeah, I'll give it to you the next time you come to the lair.
Oh, thank you. I want to show everyone what I got, though, real quick.
Yes, go ahead. Show everybody
ready?
what you got before we bring in our guest.
It's a bloody knife, but it's a cookie.
All right, as long as it, because I don't trust you around knives because you always.
And wait for it. We got a pink and blue ice cream cookie.
Are you
And
gonna eat them?
yes. And we got a zombie popsicle cookie.
Okay.
And wait. And then there's a horror hottie. If you can't tell, the theme of the convention I went to is horror themed. Okay. And then Jason Mask cookie. They're all cookies. I'm just gonna say they're all cookies. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Michael Myers Funko.
Okay.
Delicious. They're like the best cookies ever. Kitty. No. Kitty. Cat butt. Excuse me.
Yes,
Excuse
cat
me.
butt. Yes.
Explanation. And then a Funko Michael Myers in a flamingo floaty.
That's just lovely.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It's great. Just great. We got comments coming in. Jason said that it may or may not be a prop knife. Jason, as we know, I don't trust my little sister around knives because she always threatens to stab me, especially when she comes to visit. When she comes to visit Rose and I, especially when we're working in the lair, she always threatens to stab me. Anyway, that's your cup. I'll be giving you that cup when you come to the lair.
You stop. You keep it. That you're the huge Superman.
Well, I got two. Remember, I got two.
You did. Now, do you want me to catch
What?
up on the comments real quick before you bring in the guest?
Yes,
Okay.
because we got a lot to talk about. Because you
Yes,
read the
we
book,
do.
I read the book. I want to talk
We
about other
did.
stuff that he wrote on.
Yes, real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So we
Okay.
need to speed that up. Hello, Guy Brusha. He says hello to Sophia.
What's up,
and
Guy?
Louis.
What's going on?
We got Jason. That is way too slow. Jason says yo from the UK.
Yo, what up, Governor?
Severed hand.
I hate you.
Why? That's what he says.
No, because I can't do that. All right, go ahead. I can do
Oh,
every
severed
other
hand.
voice, every other accent, but not that. Go ahead.
Mango says greetings.
What's
Jason
up, Mango?
says, can we look into the program to make that faster? Jason says,
Yes,
I was
we
about to
have
go to bed, but sleep can wait. Well, I appreciate you
thank you,
staying
Jay.
up extra to watch us.
Yes, for sure, Jason. I'm so glad that people across the pond stay up.
Yes. Thank you, Barry. Void says, hello, everyone, especially Sophia and Louis.
The soundboard is broken tonight. No music. Oh, man.
We got to fix a few things.
Yes, we do.
Jason says, I have one of those somewhere. Oh, the knife.
The kniff.
The
Okay.
kniff.
Kniff.
We got a bunch of cookies. Yes. Cookies, all the cookies. Okay. Mangoat says, and all those cookies will be gone by tomorrow. I did eat one already. There was hands flipping the bird. Not appropriate for stream anyway.
No. I gotta say, our guest looks like Drew McIntyre.
Stabbing.
I'm looking in the green room, and I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but like our guest looks like Drew McIntyre.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, if you're a wrestling fan, yeah, I'm gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna change his name to Drew McIntyre.
Is the blood pre-added or Lewis made? That is edible sugar is what that is.
Oh,
Severed hand. And all right, Louis Governor.
All right, Governor.
And we're caught up on the chat.
All right, we're caught up in the chat. All right, so our guest, the book that we are reading is like One Path.
Also, hello there.
Oh, look at that. That's
Johnny
awesome.
Cupcakes.
Yes.
Sorry,
Awesome.
didn't interrupt.
Well, I'm wearing like my hero on the shirt. This book is brutally violent. It is
Badass.
very badass. Hunter warrior, cavewoman. It's brutal, primordial, and terrifying. And it's one path. I mean, it says it all right there. And the guy himself, Greg worked on Conan the Barbarian. So without further ado, and I wish the soundboard was working because this guy deserves a standing ovation. Let's bring in Greg. I want to say Claymore instead of Broadmore because he looks like Drew McIntyre. My God, the Scottish warrior. Not that. Are you getting the reference? Are you a WWE fan?
I have not. Back in the day when I watched it was WWF, but I guess that's the animals now. But yeah, I watched it as a kid, but I haven't watched it for years, and I don't know who that is. Sorry, but I'm honored.
Okay, no, you got to look it up. He's one of my favorites. And just look up the Scottish warrior Drew McIntyre, and my brother, you look just like him. And
there you go.
It's like holy moly! When I glanced down into the green room, and I was like, holy crap, he looks like Drew. I'm gonna tell everyone, hey, it's Drew. So I wanted to talk to you about Conan, and of course I wanted to talk about One Path, but what's up with the guitars in the back?
I love that.
Yeah, man, I've got a nice collection
Oh, you
here.
got a Rex head?
Dude, check it out.
Oh my God, that's badass.
That's an Albertosaurus.
Oh.
So not quite as big as an actual T-Rex. In fact, that's about like half the scale. Like a T-Rex is twice as long, twice as tall, so probably 4 times the volume. But it is a beauty. It's an Albertosaurus, so a close relative of the T-Rex.
Now,
It's a cast that I got from. So I worked on the movie King Kong, Peter Jackson's King Kong. And this was a while back now, and I helped to design a bunch of the dinosaurs for it. And while we were working on that film, Peter wanted to bring back the scene, and it was a pit scene that was cut from the original 1930s movie, and so he wanted to reinstate that film. And in that film, in that scene, there's a massive pit, and dinosaurs fall in it, and there's creepy crawlies and monsters and things in there. And so we thought of it as like a predator trap, like animals come up They fall into the cliff. Predators go to feast on them. They fall in. The predators within the creepy crawlies within the cave eat them. So we bought a bunch of bones to fill that scene with. But Richard bought these beautiful bone clone bones, and they were so gorgeous that we actually petitioned him, Richard Taylor. By the way, Richard Taylor you've got him in the thumbnail at the start. I know. Notice you've got a picture of him as opposed to
I know.
Anyway, that's my friend Richard. So we petitioned him to say, well, I did really say, like, please, let's not waste these beautiful bone clones because they're so perfect. Let's make replicas of our actual dinosaurs that we designed, because we designed whole different species for the movie. And so we made those out of polystyrene, and that's what went in that scene. And because of that, I got to keep some of the original bones. He gifted this particular one to me when we finished. And so I had to put together. That's a little story behind that, but it's a beauty, right? Isn't it amazing?
Yes,
one last detail. Check it out. And the teeth are big, right? They're bigger than my finger.
Wow.
But check that out. That's an actual T-Rex tooth.
Oh my!
Right. So compare that. Like, that shows you how much bigger a T-Rex is, and that's not the biggest T-Rex either. That's a beast of a tooth.
That's an actual T-Rex tooth.
This is a cast, a resin cast.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's cool, if you're a nerd like me, is if you see this line across here?
Yes.
That's a serrated edge.
Oh, so it could tear through the skin.
That's going to cut through anything, man.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
I love that. I actually have a T-Rex tattooed on my arm. If I could show it.
Oh, please. Oh, that's great. Upside down, but I like it.
Well, I can't really.
Yeah. You have to be a gymnast.
Yeah.
That's the right way up.
Yeah, but I'm a huge T-Rex fan. I love dinosaurs.
Me too. And the guitars are because I played in a bunch of bands. I make a lot of music in my spare time, so I have a whole bunch of incredible guitars.
That is so cool. So
By
cool.
far, you're like the coolest guest so far this month.
Hey, how can I beat you with that hat?
Oh, usually wear
a dinosaur behind you.
No, well, I mean, I usually wear cowboy hats blinged out, but hey, I thought you were a special
Chat's
guest
popping
tonight.
off.
What was that?
It's like chat's pop. Well, not popping off in a bad way. I mean, it's like chat.
All right, yo, pull them up. Do your
Okay,
job.
so Jacob Lindgren. Sorry if I messed your name up. Love the hat, Lewis. How are you guys doing? Love the guitars in the background, Greg. And is that a double? My bad.
Love the guitars. Okay.
Watching you guys on my 27th birthday. Oh, happy birthday!
Oh, happy birthday! Yeah, if
Happy
the soundboard was
birthday.
running, I would sing you happy birthday. I would do it in Elvish.
Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Oh, Jessica, no
Soundboard, you gotta make the
soundboard
noise.
tonight.
You gotta go.
Ring. Hey, baby. How you doing, mama? Yes, my God.
Welcome. Hope you're doing well. I like
No.
Raptors, Jason says. Oh, Reaper Raver also in the house. Hello, Reaper. Also from the UK.
Yep.
Hi.
Wow.
They're from the future.
Yeah, we're keeping you guys awake. My God. So, you.
Wait. So what is your accent? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, good question. I don't have an accent. You guys do, by the way. I'm in New Zealand.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, right? Yeah. Whereabouts are you guys? Pacific time zone or what about?
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern. Okay, cool.
East Coast.
You're a bit further in the. So we're a whole day ahead, but like several hours behind if you want to calculate it that way. So it's like 11 in the morning for me.
That's so cool. I love
So you're in the future too. Wow. Actually, we're both in New England. We're both in Western Massachusetts.
Like northeast. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm in Western Mass. You're in North.
I'm like 10 minutes south of New Hampshire and like 45 minutes from the beach. Or actually closer.
Yeah, because you're about an hour and 15 minutes from me.
Hour and a half, but close enough. Close enough.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I'm like about a 13 or 14 hour flight from you guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in Wellington, New Zealand. Wellington is the capital of New Zealand, and it's nice. It's and it's where I work at Weta Workshop during the day when I'm not making my graphic novels, and that's where we made Lord of the Rings and King Kong and District 9 and Avatar and those kind of things.
That's so
and
cool.
that's where Wellington is based.
That's
That's where Weta Workshop is based in Wellington.
All the films that you just ran off, you worked on all of them?
Yes, although I only worked a tiny bit on Avatar. Like I did a handful of sketches, but Avatar and District 9 were happening at the same time, so it's kind of a fork in the road. I had to choose which way to go, and I chose District 9. It was just
to
what
be
really
honest,
resonated
Nine's
with me.
such a good movie. They
To
both
be
are.
honest, I was just gonna say, to be honest with you, you chose good because I wasn't a
I like
fan
both.
of Avatar.
What?
No, seriously, I was not a fan because I saw it in 3D and the scenes when they were in the choppers, I was
Yeah.
getting vertigo. I was like,
Oh,
whoa.
wow.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean the movie's not
That's the
good.
film doing what it's supposed to do. But yeah, I totally
I
feel
know.
for
Well,
you. Yeah.
Up Disney's Up did the same thing to me. I was
Really?
like, yeah, this is like, whoa, I can't do this. It was like really something. So it's
Well,
like,
both amazing films, but yeah, very, very privileged to work on District 9. That was
That
great.
was so good. Really.
District 9 was.
I liked that perspective. Like they spun the perspective. That was so cool.
Yeah, that sprung out of the ashes of Halo. I don't know if you guys remember the
Wait, the
Halo video
game?
games. So
Oh.
they were making a feature film of that, and the director that was brought in, there was actually a couple of directors to start with. Peter Jackson was producing, and then I think even, well, should I say their name? I don't know if it's public or not. But anyway, Neil Blomkamp was the director that was brought in to do it, and the film fell over at the last. Actually, after we'd done a bunch of work, we built vehicles and we built props and everything, and the film fell over. And then so Neil and his partner were about to go home, and I think Peter suggested, well, why don't we make something else? And District 9 was what came out of that. So, yeah.
Wow.
And even it was bloody amazing. It was an incredible privilege to be involved with that.
Yeah. Joe McDonald says, love District, but still angry about the song in the trailer. Never made it to the film.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what reference that is.
Wow.
So,
go ahead, Sophia.
Did you want me to just quickly?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get caught up. I'm sure he has a lot of questions.
Yes. Okay, so Jessica said she was at Disney. Hope you're having fun at Disney.
Yes.
Jealous.
Yeah, baby. I'm jealous too because I'm not there with you.
Reaper says, how are we in the past? We're doing good. We're a little behind you guys, but we're doing good. Jason says, what are you up at this time, Reaper? Yeah, because it's like, I think midnight for them. Guy says, so it's a Kiwi accent. Cool. Kiwi accent. I've not heard of that. Reaper says, would love to visit New Zealand. Right? Who wouldn't want to go there? Mangoat says, all the movies are awesome, but I loved District 9. Still hoping to get a sequel. That would be interesting. Right. We got Jeremy in the house.
Well, hello. Jeremy is a part of the Angrygeeks crew. He's Jar Jar Jeremy. And
I have the power.
Thank you, because the soundboard is broken tonight, my brother. And I haven't talked. I talk to my brother almost every day, but unfortunately, I have not talked to him in a couple days. So
You've been busy.
I just want to say hi.
Welcome Home by Coheed and Cambria is heavily in the Oh, I've seen Coheed and Cambria in concert.
Oh.
Midnight Amateur Hours. Sorry, I'm trying to go fast, but that thing's too slow. Shush, Void, your time travel. Where is Void? Wait, was it 9 a.m. Void? Okay.
All right. So, One Path.
Yes.
Very heavy metalish. The style of artwork is beautiful, all painted.
Very visual.
Very visual.
I like
very violent, very graphic. We can tell your love of dinosaurs there. And right now we're on public access TV. We're streaming live on Roku and Amazon. Don't know if there's kids watching, so we can't really say about the boobs and the butts. Yes. So
the cover's only got one butt on it, but it's not too bad. But yeah, the book does have a lot of nudity in it. I didn't try and censor it, and there's nothing censored about the book. It is a very adult, like you say. Heavy metal, the French comics or Metal Hurlant, they were a big influence. I got given a stack of those when I was young, when I was probably like 11 or 12, and they just blew my mind. You know, the fact that they were all fully illustrated, illustrators like Richard Corbin and Moebius and everyone, that I just didn't realize comics could be made at that level, with that level of intensity. So I was just utterly enthralled by that. And that's the way I've always tried to make comics. And the other one for me is Simon Bisley, the British illustrator, right? Who's did Slain and ABC Warriors, when I saw those, I mean, I was a huge fan of 2000 AD and Judge Dredd and all those comics growing up. And I already thought, oh, the artwork is awesome. And it was. But then Bisley came along and it's just like, blew the roof off. And so ever since that, I've been like, okay, well, look, I want my books, my stories to feel as if they're worlds you can really fall into.
Yes.
And so I try, and they're all richly illustrated, fully illustrated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we both read the book over the weekend. Sophia read it before I did. She finished it before I did, because I sent it over to her and I said, okay, this is for our guest this coming Monday. And good night, Jason. Thank you for joining us. She soon texted me back saying, I finished it. And Sophia, how did you feel about the book?
I loved it. It's so visual. Like, I wouldn't say, like, obviously it's a book, but I felt like I was, like, in it, you know? Like, I could picture it. Like, picturing being there. And, like, yeah, you like, know about dinosaurs and stuff. You think about it, but it's like, what if we, as, like, now, how to deal with dinosaurs? Like, it can be, like, I'm not scared of dinosaurs, but it can be scary because, like, back then they only had sticks, stones. They didn't have like guns or anything to defend themselves. They literally don't even have clothes. So it's like, oh my god, like you're going against these big creatures. That's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that feeling. That's really what the book is trying to create, that feeling of we live in, amazing times with technology and the things that we've invented, which are wonderful. And I'm so grateful for all of it. But books like this are kind of trying to, for me at least, remind us of a more simple world, a more brutal world that we're actually not that far away from. And I really try and take you to that world and make you feel it. There's not a lot of text in it, as you probably noticed. There's not a lot of dialogue. Some chapters there are, and some there's just not, because they don't do a lot of pontificating in the book. It's mainly living in the moment. And but yeah, I'm glad you got that feeling, because that's what I do when I go. And by the way, I'll go and do this today. I'm working on the next books. There'll be a book 2 and a book 3 and a book 4.
Oh, sweet. Good.
And all illustrated in the same way. And when I'm illustrating them, I'm trying to fall into the world myself. I'm trying to live in it. That's the real joy of it for me, and why I make comics is I get the experience of making the book and being in that world. And then once I'm finished, then I get to share it with you guys and hopefully give you guys a slice of that feeling.
Yes, so, absolutely. What I liked about it was that, you are telling a story without words. You know what's going on just from the visuals. That I like, is a good storytelling.
Oh, great.
Well, that's the way I felt with each death. Each death was horrifying. You saw the blood. You saw whether it was a beheading. Even I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, no spoilers. Stop that.
No. I want people to buy this book.
Oh yeah, it's very.
The link to buy the book is in the description of the episode. So just find it down.
Wait, can one of the mods post the link in the chat, please?
Yeah,
please do. That would be great. Yes. I would love more people to check it out.
There is one particular panel in this book where you see a severed head, and it's severed just hand. Like not severed hand, a severed head, and it's just like, well, I'm not going to tell you why. It has to do with a certain thing that happens, and it's like, holy moly, they're not pulling any punches in this book, and it's just friggin' amazing. Now, I do want to ask about the names. Where did the names come up with? One name in particular that I thought was very bizarre at first was Wet Mother. Where did that name?
Is that going to be described in like other books? Because I was a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, where did that name come from?
Well, sure. Let's jump back. I'll just jump back a bit. And that moment where they're holding the severed head, it's because one of the girls, I don't think this is too much of a spoiler, one of the girls, they live in a world where they are under the claw and thumb of nature, right? Like they live terrorized by the animals around them, as our ancestors did, right? And the only thing we could do was to dominate them, right? And they are not at that point yet. They're at the point where the biggest animals on the block are the T-Rexes, and they have to make tribute to those things. And so they live in starvation, right? Just as our ancestors did. And the girl whose head gets severed is because she takes food for herself that she's not due, right? And runs off with it. And the food gets prioritized for the children. And that's where the wet mother comes in. The wet mother is the one that nurses the children. The name wet mother actually is a real term. A wet mother is someone that nurses children whose whole job is to nurse children. So, for instance, if in this case, right, there are no men in the story so far, and
no spoiler.
The women are doing everything, and therefore there is a class of women who basically just tend to the children. And that's the wet mother. The wet mother is the leader of those. And almost everyone has a name that is, in the book, has a name that is based on a story in their life, and they don't get a name because, as I said, most of these people don't live, very long. They're dying in the first couple of years of their life, most of them, in childbirth and so on. So, they don't bother to give a name to the children. The children are called runtlings. I think that's one of the characters you meet part of the way in is the runtling. And they're all runtlings, right? Up until you do something valid and important enough to prove yourself to the rest of the tribe, then you get a name, and then your name is based on that. So the wet mother is that's actually not her name. Her name is River Deep. But the wet mother is her role, if you like. The main character is One Path, and that name, she actually has two names.
Yes, I didn't want to give away the
name by reading the book, but One Path is because she is incredibly dogmatic and focused, and she gets an idea and she's tenacious and holds on to it and will not give up. She is very, very focused, and she stays on the one path. And then there are other characters in there like Lump, who is named really because she has a massive traumatic injury on her head, which has healed. She's still alive, but she's got a bit of a lump. There's Claire, who has like a massive cut across her face, and there are other characters who have these names that are tales from their past or things that describe them. So
the other name that One Path has, when the Rutling had said it in the very beginning of the book, I was like, well, as I was reading it, I was like, did she just insult her? Because One Path took it as an insult. I was like, I don't like that kid. And it was like, because immediately you fall in love with the character. And I'm like, wow, the nerve of this little kid being a dick. And I was like, holy moly. And it's just like insane.
Runtling is there's many Runtlings in the story, but the one we focus on, who's just called the Runtling for now, she is a little different in that she has no social graces, right? She's on the spectrum or something. She's just very direct. She's actually not being insulting. She's just saying what she's heard, and that is so that name that you hear is a clue to perhaps what other people think of One Path and the rest of the tribe that you won't really find out about until later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How long was this story in the making for?
So I started. I'll tell you a bit of my background. I've worked at Weta Workshop for about 20-something years as a film designer, and then about 10 years ago now, maybe about 8 or 9 years ago, I started our game studio. And we have a game studio just releasing a new game actually any day now. And but I'm not involved in the game studio anymore. I was making games with a company called Magic Leap, who make these crazy futuristic goggles like VR. You can make games. So I was designing games with a team here in Wellington that take place in your own physical space, kind of like VR, except that the device we had could scan the world around you and then place game characters in the world. So I made a game. I made a game called Dr. Broadmore's Invaders, where these robots would literally come out of your walls, or virtually come out of your walls, I guess. But at least it felt literal. And so that was great fun. But then COVID hit, and everything that Magic Leap was doing was funded by discretionary funding from big investors, and all that funding disappeared overnight with COVID. Right, all the speculative kind of things, everyone taking a gamble, taking a risk, that all stopped overnight, and so Magic Leap managed to get through, but all of the things I was working on up until that point ceased to be. The funding disappeared, so I had to sort of go back to, I had to go crawl back into my cave, if you like, and figure out what am I actually doing. What do I want to do next? Because I literally had games that were almost finished. In fact, one was completely finished and that will never be released. So it was quite a punch in the guts, and that's actually why I went back to making comic books, because I wanted to do something. I'd been running a team. I wanted to do something that was very pure and focused, and there's nothing more pure and focused than comics, right? You can do it with just yourself or just yourself and a couple friends. And so, and then I don't have to make any concessions either. It's like the comic, it's the beauty of comic books is that they are absolutely raw and real. There's no one filtering them. I know that there was a comics authority standard back in the days, but I don't know how many people have really obeyed that. And the comics that I love ignore that stuff and are just as real as they can be. So the story started from that point. The moment I went home, I think we all went home. We're all trapped at home, right? And I sat here looking out my window and started imagining this kind of primordial world. And I think it took me about 6 months. And the way it worked is you'll see two other names on the front. There's Andy Lanning and Nick Boshier. Andy Lanning is an incredible comics creator from the UK, most notable for creating Guardians of the Galaxy. And we became great friends through Magic Leap. And the other guy, Nick Boshier, is actually a comedian and writer from Australia, although this book is not comedy. And I met him randomly through a connection. And at the time of when I guess we were all at home, we just started talking to each other, and Andy said we should make a comic together. And I said, I've got this idea. And so at nighttime, I'm calling Andy, who's in the UK, and talking to him for hours on end about this book. And in the morning, I'm on the phone with Nick, who's in Australia, and then percolating round and round. And over the course of probably about 6 months, I think, I wrote the first book. And I wrote it up to a point, which is book 1, and realized I've written 200 pages of story. I need to stop writing and start illustrating. So I think about 6 months in, I started illustrating, and then this is before getting a publisher or anything like that. I just went basically back into my cave and started creating the book, and then that was what was born of it. And then subsequently, after having finished the first book, I wrote the rest of the story, and so now that's what I'm working on now. But yeah, it took a good chunk of time to write.
Character references, do you have any?
Andy is an incredible author. He's amazing. It's a real privilege to work alongside him because he is a comics legend and has done so much great stuff.
Character references, did you use anyone, or did everyone just come to you?
I don't use reference really. I try not to. As an artist, the way I use reference is when I'm learning to draw something, then I will sort of deep dive on a subject, whatever it may be, and I learn about it. But once I actually go to draw a comic or do a piece of concept art or illustration, I'm kind of only looking at the page or the screen, in the case of Photoshop. That's all I'm looking at. I have done work where I've used bits of photos and stuff when you're doing commercial work and you need to cobble something together. But for books like One Path, I just love being in the illustration, so I don't use any. Before I started the book, I would draw half a dozen key moments from the story. And then I would draw certain characters. Like I drew One Path probably 10 different times, and I draw Una, a whole bunch of times. I draw the Wet Mother. I drew all these different people. And then I kind of have them in my head, if you like, loaded in. And then when I start making the book, I start realizing them. But to be honest, if you're doing a comics are all full speed. There's not that much time to prepare. I just like making, and so I'm actually discovering the character as I'm creating them. By the end of the book, I know who they are a lot better, both as an emotional personality, but also as a piece of drawing. And as I go further into the books, they become more and more singular, if you like. But at the start, there's a bit of an exploration. So you have to forgive me for that. But that's just because I don't use reference. I just live in the world.
Character building, right?
Yeah, it's fun. It's like a game to me. It's a fun thing to do, to try and find who this person is and try and find their emotion and their perspective in the moment. I love doing that.
Wow. I got a major question. We're going to get to this question when we come back because we got to pay some bills. So, Sophia, I hope you're ready. We're going to play some bills.
Turn it up.
It's now time for Quiz with Quimsel. That was interesting.
Hey, it's time for Quiz with Quinzel, and it's brought to you by CA Square Collectibles at 121 Jewett City at the Slater Hill Mall. Chris and Aubrey, we love you guys.
All right, we're going to ask a question, and you have to answer correctly. Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready. You ready, Greg? You ready?
Go for it.
All right.
Okay.
What year was the first appearance of the Fantastic Four?
Oh, geez. I'm gonna say 19. Oh, geez. Crap. I'm 1964. I believe. Greg.
I have no idea. Zero idea.
Chat is chat coming in. Oh, I think we got some new chats.
We do have comments. We'll get to that real quick afterwards. But you
Okay.
were close, Lewis.
Oh,
How close was I?
Go, just give a guess, Greg. Give a guess.
Well, if I grew up on a lot of British and European comics, so I'm sorry, I'm totally ignorant of this stuff. But also, I don't remember dates. I'm not a time person. I don't live in.
You're in the future, for crying out loud.
There you go. That's right. In the future, we don't pay attention to dates. But
I'm bad with dates too.
What was the first? I would say it was during. It was in the Spring Offensive, 1917, on the Somme that comic was first illustrated and then sent back to the home. I don't know what.
It sounded convincing.
All right, yeah, it did. I said 1964, and I was close. So
Joe McDonald says 1963.
Yeah.
Void says 1961.
Okay, so there you go, Greg. Make a guess.
What? 1961 and a half.
I like that. The answer is 1961.
1961. Void comes in. All right.
I was close.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, she stumped the chump once again. Thank you very much. She stumped me. She's been banging it out, Greg. I tell you. And at the very beginning, when we tried this experiment, I was just one after another, easy questions, too easy. But now she's coming out with some big ones, and I can't. Wow, very good, Sophia.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm having such a good time talking to Greg. We're gonna run past time. So let's pay some bills now, once again, and it's time for question of the week. Hey, question of the week is brought to us by Alternate Universe LLC. If you don't have a local LCS, contact Eric. He is a mod. He is an admin of the Angrygeeks show page. Just message him. He'll get you your books. He'll mail them to you flat, just like Stan Lee did back in the day. He has slabs. He has toys. He has statues. 2 locations, New Haven, Connecticut, Milford, Connecticut, which is our home store. He'll get those books to you. Contact him. If you don't want to go through the Angrygeeks, you want to go straight to Eric, find him on Facebook. Go to his Instagram page and get him there. Greg, since you're the guest, you get to answer the questions first. Question number 1. Why is there an expiration date on sour cream if it's already sour?
That's a good question.
Interesting question.
Yeah.
Greg, why? Why is there an expiration date on sour cream if it's already sour?
It's such a heavy, deep question. I really need to go back to my childhood where to start explaining. And who knows that it can get more sour? Is that the answer?
Because it's soured and not spoiled, says our Denmarkian. Okay.
Denmark.
Void is.
You want just the right level of sourness, right? Not too sour, not too rancid.
Okay.
If it's not growing a furry sweater.
Not called rancid cream. It's called sour cream.
What did you say? It's not growing.
As long as it doesn't have a furry sweater.
There you go. That's it.
Sophia,
some people are into that, but
that's disgusting. Sophia, why is there an expiration date on sour cream if it's already sour?
Because Pasquale did it. I don't know.
Okay. More questions from chat, Sophia. You want to bring them up?
You want me to read? Well,
yeah. What's the next one? We have another in comments. I see one popping up.
Yeah, Void said not spoiled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Question. All right.
You're not going to answer that, bro?
Oh, I'm gonna say. Joe McDonald, why you gotta get so technical, brother Joe? He says so.
He's answering the
Retailers
question.
know how to rotate. I'm gonna say
But doesn't.
I don't know. I don't, because Eric has nothing else better to do than think up stupid questions. I don't know.
Hey,
I have
there's no such thing as a stupid question.
no.
Only a stupid answer.
Yes, I have no idea. Because they make potato chips. I don't know. I don't
It's okay.
know.
That can be an
All
answer.
right. Next question. Have you ever lied about liking a gift? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a tough one.
Sure. If you're a kid, right? If you're a kid, you only want. I want a Conan the Barbarian toy. I don't. I don't want a pair of socks. But your face says, "I don't want these socks," but your mouth says, "Thanks, Grandma."
Aw, I like that.
Oh yeah, Sophia, have you ever lied about liking a gift? And don't you dare say about anything I bought you. Did you ever lie?
No, because all gifts are special and they're from the heart. So I love every gift that's given.
That's even the Superman cup I got you.
All gifts are amazing.
Yes, I'd lie my ass off, just like Greg said. Joe McDonald says, haven't we all? Yes.
And Void says, yes, many times getting soft packages as kids' clothing.
There you go. Exactly.
I mean, if it's like a printed T-shirt with something cool, I would like that as a kid.
By the way, now as an adult, the only present I want now is socks. Weirdly enough, that was the
two right socks or two left socks.
Just a pair of black socks. That's what I tell my family to buy me. This has always confused me as a kid. My granddad, we would always, that's what he would want. He would want socks. And it's like, why do you want socks? Like, don't you want a Star Wars toy or something? Right? Like, but now I get it. Like, I want socks. What are you going to get me for Christmas? Socks, please.
Well, do you? Okay.
Voice says, I didn't want clothing as a kid, just toys. I feel like that's like 99% of the.
Do you really want to confuse the hell out of people? And we had a scavenger hunt for when my kids were little. And on the scavenger hunt, I put 2 left socks. People, they were like, what? They had no idea to tell the difference between a right sock and a left sock. And you can, you do that. I need 2 left socks. That's what I want for Christmas.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guy also commented.
Oh, what did Guy say?
Guy says, yeah, only a horrible person would throw away gifts or gift it to another person because they didn't like it, want it. You are not wrong, Guy. You are.
No,
you're going to get busted regifting. That's bad news.
Yeah, you never ever regift.
Just throw it in the trash.
That's terrible.
Oh,
Someone put their heart in that.
Oh my God! I hope so.
Or am I? You can't just hoard crap in your life.
Joe McDonald says he wants a left-handed.
Or can you? I guess you can.
A metric hammer.
A metric.
What's a metric hammer?
I don't think that's a thing.
It's like 2 left socks, Greg.
It's like blinker fluid.
What?
You've not heard?
Fluid? Yes.
Yeah. Have you not replaced your blinker fluid, Lewis?
I don't know any.
After this, make sure you go and do that.
Okay. All right. A little thing about me. Sophia will.
I gotta catch up on comments too, but yes.
Yes, we will really quick. But Sophia will attest to this. I don't know anything about automobiles. I don't know anything about construction.
Oh, so I can play that joke on you, huh?
Yes, you can. I don't know anything about
vehicles.
Anything, vehicles or Sophia. Who replaced the toilet in my house?
Your wife, Rose.
Well, Lewis, you don't need to replace the blinker fluid in your car. You obviously shouldn't do it because you don't know about it. But when you go to the service station or to, make sure you ask them to replace your blinker fluid.
It
needs to be done.
I will. So, true story, Greg, before we get to the comments. We were sitting here in the geek layer. I'll show you what the geek layer is when I pull back the curtain afterwards. Sophia and I were working on some footage, and we were doing some other stuff, and she says, "What's that noise?" I'm like, "What noise? What are you talking about?" She goes, "You have water running," and she heard the toilet running, and she's like, "I'll fix it." I'm like, "No, no, no. We'll take care of it." Come to find out, our toilet was broken, and it was leaking. My wife took it all apart, replaced everything in the toilet because I wasn't going to do it because I didn't know how, because there would probably leak water all over the house. Not only does she do that, but then she also remodeled the downstairs bathroom, twice in less than 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
She kicks ass.
Oh, yeah, she does. My wife is simply amazing. Sophia came to she spent the weekend at our house last week. She goes, "Did Rose redo the bathroom again?" I'm like, "Yeah, she did."
My partner Kate is like that. She's way more practical with a lot of that kind of stuff. Also, she cares about it. Like, as a boy, I would live in a hovel and you'd be fine, right? You just get by as long as it's not too cold. I'll just get on by. But yeah, it's nice living with someone who actually cares about the place around you and will do lovely things to improve it.
No,
so I'm very grateful for having a partner like that too.
You give me my laptop, and you give me my toys and my comics and my video games, I'm set. And Rose will be like, "No, you do this, you do this." And before we started, I heard the lawnmower start up, so I guarantee it, she's outside mowing the lawn. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Absolutely.
Comments?
Yeah, please. Yes, because I want to talk about Conan really quick.
Yes. Okay. So real quick. Okay. So Joe McDonald, Metal Hurlant and the eventually Heavy Metal set the tone. Heavy Metal has been rebooted, and it tries to be like the classic, but misses the mark a little. Aiden the Vampire King. I don't know if you're still here. Thank you for the sip reminder to hydrate. I appreciate that. Guy says I'd hide behind Sophia and let her take down the dino. See, I'd strap a saddle and want to ride the dinosaur, but that's just me.
There you go.
So when the Angrygeeks go in to make an appearance in the series, both Sophia and Louis into the comic.
No,
we weren't alive back then.
No, we weren't alive back then, and I'll probably get eaten by a dino.
I'll ride it like a horse. Okay, I'm reading a lot of One Cave titles now. We'll have to advise my LCS to order this. Yes, please.
They probably mean, by the way, that they're merging the things there. Probably mean Mad Cave. Mad Cave is the publisher of One Path.
Yes.
But very easy to merge them together there. Understandable.
Yes. This link here, I was looking you up, and I see that you have a soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
If you are reading the book, I definitely recommend listening to it. It's basically the music I listened to while I was illustrating the books and writing the books. So it very much has the vibe. It's not like curated to the chapters or anything, but it's just the sort of emotions that I was absorbing while I was making the book. So it feels right when you're listening to it, and you might discover some new music. And I'm doing that for every single book as well. So as I release the next one, I've got a new playlist and a new playlist.
I love that so much. I've never seen anybody do that.
That's so cool. So Sophia, are we going to reread the book again, listening to the soundtrack?
We can.
I think we definitely should. So
great idea,
Greg. With the soundtrack, is there a motion comic going to be available soon?
That's a fun idea. I haven't. I'm so dedicated to. There's going to be 4 books altogether, and I'll be illustrating these books for the next 2.5 years. Okay. So when I come up for air, having finished the books, I will try and figure out what I want to do from there. But a motion comic is a fun idea. But you know what? Like doing a full animation could be very cool. And there's a bunch of great tools for doing that stuff now. So that might be something I come back to. But right now, I'm just super focused on making the books themselves. That's like a mountain of work that I still can't see the end of in sight. So I'll stay focused on that for the time being.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, before we took our breaks for our sponsors and before we get to Joe McDonald, one of the questions that we always ask when we have comic writers on, because it coincides with our other guests, which are voice actors. Who would you like to voice, since we're going anime now? Any particular voice for One Path or Wet Mother? Who do you hear as you're writing dialogue?
I have not thought about that. It has not occurred to me. I think I've worked on a lot of films, and I've made my own video games and hired voice actors and done voice acting myself. So it is something I think about, but I've never thought about it for One Path. Who would you guys think?
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh,
she's amazing.
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
When I think of One Path and the characters in it, I don't know if it's the sound of their voice, but it's maybe more the physicality. I think of like UFC fighters,
Ooh,
like
like that
you know,
aggressive, like
yeah,
warrior.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because anyone that's not of that category of person isn't surviving very long in this world. So it's all, it's
Yeah.
all that type of person. So a lot of the female fighters in the UFC is kind of who I have in my head, that kind of physicality and then intensity, and someone who's
Yes.
just so unstoppable, basically, which is what you got to be if you're going to be a UFC fighter. So I can't pick any particular one, and I don't know if their voices but that's a sort of emotional aspect that I would be thinking of.
True,
like
very
that.
gruff. It would be very
Yeah.
gruff, very raspy. Yeah,
Mhm.
because now that I'm thinking about it, because when I read a book, it's like right now, every time I read Batman, it's always Kevin Conroy. It used to be Adam West, but then all of a sudden it's Kevin Conroy always. Christopher Reeve. Whenever I read Superman, I don't care who it is; it's always Christopher Reeve's voice in my head.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah, I can see that very raspberry voice for sure. Wow. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I think we're definitely going to have to revisit the book and listen to the soundtrack.
I agree. I'll send it to you after too. Comments real quick.
Yes, really quick.
Okay, so John McDonald goes, character building and world building is so essential for all authors. Agreed.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm like scrolling through because we did get some of these comments.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay. Guy Brusha says, Sophia was about to break out tools from all her pockets and fix it. I do. I actually have like multi-tools, a tape measure. I got a lot of stuff in I wear cargo pants instead of a purse. I throw everything in my pants and I'm just ready to go.
True story, she was.
Way to do it.
Well, I own my own sign company, so a tape measure usually comes in handy. It's really small, doesn't take up a lot. It's come in handy quite a lot of times. And a multi-tool comes with like pliers, like screwdriver to tighten things. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I used to work in a
You
body
are
shop,
prepared.
so I'm very like hands-on.
Yeah. You are prepared for anything. It's great.
I try to be. Let's see.
See, that's why I surround myself with this group of women. I have nothing to worry about.
Handy ladies, yes.
Look after us.
Yes. Joe McDonald, and make sure they use the metric hammer when they replace the blinker fluid. Very important. Yes.
Make sure you ask them that. Yeah.
I will. I will.
Guy Brusha, I'd live in a hobbit hole. Void says, as a guy, I can live in a hole if it had Wi-Fi and power.
Yeah, same. And coffee. And I'm good.
Yes. Guy says, I expect to see Sophia riding a dino in one of the books. And then Dengrave, Barbara Walters would crack me up.
Is that for a voice?
Ooh.
Is that what they're
I
saying?
think it's for a voice.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
And then why am I not seeing that comment? Figures I knew it, Lewis.
Once you guys read the book and you're friends and fans of Sophia, it would be kind of awkward to see Sophia in the book, I think. Once you start reading the book, it would.
Yeah. My mom would be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Yes. So please, I want you guys to go out and get this book. Contact your LCS. If you can't get to the LCS, go to the link that we showed up on the screen. Go to Greg's website. Go to Mad Cave's website.
Pop that back up.
Get this book. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to ask Greg right now about his band. We're going to ask. Look at this book.
Trying to find the link.
Greg.
Yes.
Look at that artwork. Look at that. I mean, it is so intense. The storytelling is intense. The end of the book is intense.
I'm
not showing you many dinosaurs. I'm showing you some of the more.
Yeah, there you go. Mango comes up, one of our mods.
Featured. Yeah, there's some very there's a nice spread with dinosaurs and bits and pieces.
I love it. So
it
cool.
Is just fantastic. I mean,
I'm a huge dinosaur fan. I was kind of feeling bad for the dinosaurs, just saying.
A lot of people and a lot of dinosaurs get fucked up.
Yes, Greg, can you do me one favor? One of my favorite panels is the panel with the 3 T-Rexes. Can you pop that up? I want to show the fans.
What was it? Sorry,
the 3 T-Rexes.
The 3 T-Rexes. Can you pop up that panel?
I want to show. Let me see if I can find the one you mean.
Okay.
Wait, it went too fast. I don't like this timer thing.
Okay.
I checked a few
Oh, there's
store
this one.
pages.
Is that the one you mean? Oh, a lot of shine there.
Yes, that's the one. Look at that. That is freaking beautiful.
So in this scene, they've one path in her tribe have set about a plan to take out the biggest T-Rex in the neighborhood, which is this one. Oh, this one over here, laying down, and that it gets cut off from the rest of its group. And but while it's down and then obviously badly hurt and on death's door, the other three of its tribe, the other T-Rexes turn up to try and save the day.
Just unbelievable. Okay, so with you being on the other side of the world, us being in the past, you being in the periphery, it's just getting there, guy. Our fans are rabid. They love autographs. How can they get an autographed copy of this book? Do you have a P.O. box? Do you have someplace where they can get an autographed copy of this book? Or are you coming stateside? Are you going to be at a con where they can come up to you and go, oh my God, I saw you on Angrygeeks. I heard you on Angrygeeks. Can I get this book copied, signed? Or can they send you a copy, or is there a signed copy available?
Uh-oh, we don't hear you.
We don't hear you. Your mic went.
Oh, no.
No. Oh, my God.
What happened?
Hold on.
Oh, we can hear you.
There you go. All right, good.
You can hear it? Oh,
Yes.
there we go. Sorry about that. I bumped the mic.
Oh no, we lost you again.
We lost you again. There, I think you got it.
How's that?
Perfect.
You getting something?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Good.
Well, hopefully that stays on and doesn't crash. Yeah, apologies for that. So yeah, I'm in New Zealand, so that's tricky. To ship, I shipped a copy of the book to a friend the other day. It cost me 100 New Zealand dollars. That's about 60, 70 US dollars. So it ain't cheap to send stuff here and back. So I don't think that's very feasible at the moment until I come to a convention. I mean, you could always try and order one from the Weta Cave, which is here in Wellington, where the workshop has its own store. And you might be able to buy one off there and ask them if they would if they could sign it. Maybe I can try and organize something. But the easiest way will probably be at a convention in the future. I've been to Comic-Con many, many times, but this last couple of years I've had to miss out simply because I've just been too busy. But I really hope I can come next year. And if I can, if I can come next year, then I will. Then I'll be there for signings. But that would be the easiest way. Otherwise, literally, it's going to be an arm and a leg to get a signed copy.
All right, we're going to have to talk to Melissa and the people at Mad Cave and get you an American tour. That's what we're going to have to do.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. So, Greg, we're running out of time. We got 2 minutes left. I want you to tell everyone where they can find you on the social medias.
The easiest place. I'm not very good at social media. I'm so busy just making my actual book. But I do have an Instagram, which is at Greg_Broadmore. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Greg. This is just my name with an underscore between it. Okay. And I think if you search for me on Facebook, I'm on there, although I post never. And I'm on X as well, but I post basically never. So I don't have a lot of conversation there. But you can go to my website, www.gregbroadmore.com, and see a bunch of my film work and other work and get prints and things like that there. So yeah, come and check me out there. Instagram's probably the easiest. I'm the best at posting stuff. And someone has posted my Instagram link in the chat there. So thanks for that.
That's our mod Mango. Thank you so much.
Mango's the goat.
All right. Greg, I want you to hang out with us for a couple seconds after we're done. Sophia, please tell everyone where they can find you and us.
Okay, you can find me, Sophia Cormier, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Blue Sky, TikTok, and you can find the Angrygeeks on the same platforms and at Angrygeeks.com. Sorry, angrygeekshow.com.
And make sure you stop by our website, listen for us on Nerd Wars on WSRS 93.9 The River. And thank you, Greenfield, South Hadley, Foxborough.
Thanks, guys.
Pod TV And thank you for everywhere else. And I want to thank Greg once again for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.
You are listening to The Angry Geeks Show. The Angry Geeks